Howard Stern to go on Jimmy Kimmel as a guest. Artie Lange update 2025. MLB Playoffs, NFL Week 4. We got it all here. Welcome in at the 3-minute mark of the live thing. And I've already kind of talked about some of the things here in the comments for the folks who are live. But now, if you're watching this on tape, Lisa Loeb's brother, Brad, what's up, dude? He says that. He thinks I look like Lisa Loeb. I think like I've heard someone say Rachel Maddow, and I like that, especially with the hair on the face. I have to do the jokes again. We have DW asking if my Netflix cousin attended Jackson dell'abate's wedding. I mentioned that my cousin works at Netflix, and he works with Jackson dell'abate, Baba Booey's son, and he didn't even know it was Baba Booey's son. I said, you're working with a celebrity, and he's like, who? I said, Jackson dell'abate. It's Baba Booey's son. He didn't understand, and then I mentioned how he went and saw dead relatives. And then DW asks, is my stepson still fighting with my wife? And he is. And that's going to just continue probably the rest of their lives. And it's kind of fun to watch, I got to say. But yeah, no real Stern updates here today. We can talk Stern. I heard the show was wonderful this morning. I would assume he'll go on the Jimmy Kimmel show when they go to Brooklyn. I think that's next week. Might even be this week. I have no idea. Hello, DW. Have you seen any concerts at the Checker Dome lately? No. Well, DW, thank you very much. No, I have not been. Well, actually, we saw Bush. Wasn't at the Checker Dome. Now, the Checker Dome is no longer. It was imploded in 1999. And it hasn't been called the Checker Dome since 1983. Brooklyn is this week. All right. So I would assume he'll be on, right? Stern's show is not funny, not fun. So you can stick this on. You can take this back to Howard. I bet Billy Crystal. Actually, I almost bet. I shouldn't lie. I thought I was going to meet Billy Crystal last year. And I did not, but I was going to ask him about Mr. Saturday Night, which I think is one of the funnier lines they ever wrote for Stuttering John. Stuttering John goes up to Billy Crystal and he goes, isn't it ironic that Mr. Saturday Night closed on Saturday afternoon? I don't even know if they actually said that to him, but Billy goes, oh, so you can take this back to Howard and stick it up his fucking ass. And Billy, I'd never heard curse. It's not funny. It's not fun when you're at a thing like this. It's not funny. Not funny. So I think that's what a farmer was mentioning there. But we got some baseball playoffs tomorrow. Cubs Padres is the one I'm interested in most. I think I like both teams. Actually, I don't like the Cubs at all, got to be honest. I'm not a Cub fan. I want to see them lose, but I like when they're in the playoffs. And I want to go to Wrigley. Should I go to Wrigley and watch the Cubs Padres? I have some time. Graham Bensinger, Bob Costas, or Joe Buck? Who is your favorite STL media personality? That's funny that those are the three you mentioned. I hope the Graham one's a joke. I can tell you about Graham, and I don't really know Graham that well. And I'm very happy for his success. I almost worked on that show, actually, and decided not to. But he's really actually made a thing for himself. But back in the day, he was a kid who, like me, I started a public access show. He had a radio show that I think his dad paid for. He comes from money, is what I can tell. And so he's made some money on his own and does a nice show. I would say Joe Buck. I would say Joe Buck's my favorite. Very nice to me as a kid, Joe Buck. And Bob Costas. I was thinking about that the other day. I did a public access show when I was in high school, and in both of those guys, when I was a kid, snot-nosed punk, without the glasses, the hair, didn't look like Lisa Loeb or Rachel Maddow, but they were all great to me as a child. Bob Costas, I did, I think, 2 or 3 interviews way back in the day. I took this whole elaborate studio kit to his office. He's like, how long is this thing going to be, Brad? It took about an hour and a half to set it up, and the interview was 10 minutes long. It was pretty stupid. Me and a buddy went over and did that. And Joe Buck's always been nice to me, as was his father, Jack Buck. I remember Jack Buck, we were in Atlanta, and we were walking by, and he was like, wow, this is a fun city, huh, Atlanta? A lot of pretty girls in Atlanta, I think. That's my Jack Buck impression. So that's how I answer that. Tigers? All right, hello, James. Welcome. I don't know about your Tigers. Your Tigers kind of limped into the playoffs. I got to be honest. I was kind of hoping they would. I was hoping that the Tigers were going to fail like the Mets, and I like the Mets, but I like a good choke job. And boy, was that a choke job by the Mets! Although it was a slow, simmering choke job, whereas the Tigers literally had it in the bag. September 15th. What, they have 10 games? Cleveland comes through. I like when a team takes advantage. But we'll talk baseball playoffs here in a second. Welcome in if you're just joining us here live. I do this live. Try to do it twice a week or once a week, and we'll add this later to the actual channel, and you can watch it again. We're gonna have all kinds of fun. We're gonna talk about some news stories And I'll just answer your questions here. Brad, why was the Cardinal attendance so low this season? Many factors there, DW. Thank you for the question. One, the team has been bad for a while, and they're spiraling. And the message that they send out is the same. They don't seem to want to change what they do, and the fans have gotten angry at the message. Also, there's crime, and people don't really want to go to baseball anymore. There's more things to do than come to St. Louis. But I would think number one is the team is not good. Once the team's good, people show up, and that's all that matters. That's why attendance was so low. I can give you more to that, but just keep going in the chat. And remember, I have super thanks and super chats. And check the description. Also, products. There's all kinds of products that you can look at from the Howard Stern Library. But I have full transparency. Have not listened to the show in a year and a half now. I was trying to actually listen to it here to kind of report back to you, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, this is painful. I read the Reddit clips, and it makes me laugh what people say. And I do like a good meltdown, though, and I want to get to that right away. Let's play my first favorite meltdown. You've heard this before on the show, right? But I love this. I played it for someone who had never heard it this weekend. It's Kasem.
This Sunday afternoon at 1, right here on the radio station you grew up with. Music Radio 138. Oh, fuck. What the hell's going on here? Jeez, well, isn't it the last hour? We got another hour to do? Jeez, I thought we were almost finished. Good golly, Miss Molly. What is this fucking ponderous, man? Fucking ponderous. Hi, this is Kasem. American Top 40 has moved to a new time. I hope you'll join me this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 2. Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start again. I'm coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. It's the last goddamn time I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.
All right. Yes. See, that's what I want to do here on this program. We just kind of take a moment and enjoy some meltdowns, and that's my favorite. And I was shocked that this person had never heard that, but that's Kasem, of course, doing a long distance. Hi, this is. Well, I can't even do my impression now. I just heard it. This is Kasem. America's Top 40 is brought to... God, I can't even do my impressions. Well, anyway, that's what that is. Any update on Artie Lange, Farmer? I have not heard any. So this is what I do. I'll put that in the title, and people get really angry. But sometimes someone comes in and goes, oh, by the way, I saw him at a car wash. I saw him at a gas station pumping gas. And so then I ask you folks to give me the update. But no, he should have checked his microphone for proper modulation. We are checking this proper modulation to see if this is working. Now you will see a green type of tube. Now we will check this. All right, I don't know what's going on. What else you want to know? We got an all-star at every position. Let's talk about some stuff that happened on this date, shall we? You want to hear about that? Cheers premiered today, 1982. Finished last. Finished 81st out of 81 shows. Cheers premieres today in 1982. Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Number 1 on the charts in 1984. The greatest year in pop culture, I would say. Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Michael Jackson, Prince, Bruce Springsteen, Cyndi Lauper, the WWF. Detroit Tigers won the World Series. We're going to talk baseball here in a second. but Prince wins the Casey Kasem probably said something like this. Hey, this is Casey Kasem. At number 1 at the top of the charts, we're going to go crazy for Prince. Let's go crazy. Anyway, it's Andrew Dice Clay's birthday today. Born in 1957. Hey, oh, Jack and Jill went up the hill, each with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Oh, hey, Dice is Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curtain whey. A little spider came down beside her and said, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?" Anyway, did you guys watch Dice back in the day? I found it funny. 1982, those were the days, I say. I get that as well. I like when you put that in the title and then the ensuing comments generated from it. Thank you, I Farmer. So it's happy birthday, Dice, 68. He hasn't really been around in a while anyway. Anybody have favorite jokes they'd like to tell about Dice? I was going to put out a phone number today. Where's Lance? I did start early, so I didn't. But it's birthday for Lance. Today's Jake Westbrook's birthday. Jake, born 1977. That would make him 48 this year. Good man. Won game 6 of the 2011 World Series. He is famous for being the winning pitcher of game 6 of the 2011. I was there. David Freese, home run, triple. Wonderful, wonderful game. And welcome to the channel if you've never been here. Dice is the most, all right, Italian Jewish. I have to lean in to see the comments. Shelley Duncan's birthday too. Shelley Duncan, not from the Bateman show, not the Duncan family. Shelley Duncan, this is a Dave Duncan's son. His brother was Chris Duncan, a friend of mine who had passed, had a crazy brain thing that happened to him. He's no longer with us, but Shelley's doing a nice thing. This is his birthday. How about on this date in 2013? I can't believe that was 2013. Breaking Bad aired its finale today. 12 years ago, Breaking Bad ended? Does that seem right? I guess so, because Better Call Saul had 6 seasons, which I'm rewatching, by the way. Have you guys watched Better Call Saul or rewatched it? It's slow burn. Actually, I'm watching some YouTube channels where they actually just do the synopsises, so I don't have to watch it. And I don't have to wait for like the slow burn. But Breaking Bad premiered today. I think that's my favorite show of all time. That and Sopranos. I don't think anything's better. I am watching The Studio. I did go ahead and pick that up. My wife really likes it. I think it's okay. I mean, there's some really funny episodes. I don't know if it's Emmy Award winning to win every Emmy. But you know what I always say? This is what I always say. You can say it too if you're out there. If you do a show about TV or movies, you're going to win awards. People love to give awards to people like them, doing shows about them. So the winner of this Emmy goes to The Studio. What a shock. Hey. But congrats. There's some funny show. There's some funny stuff in there. Seth Rogen, I'm not usually a fan of, but does make me laugh in this program. Congrats to The Studio. They need it. And they'll be back. Also, I'm watching, or I'm about to finish the Charlie Sheen doc. And I'm almost done with I don't need to hear about every crazy, oh, thank you, Lord. Hello, Lord. A member is in the house. Lord Humongous. Welcome in, Lord. By the way, I was talking about the Charlie Sheen documentary when Lord came in. And it's just all of his drug antics. And yeah, I mean, but it goes on and on and on. But I'm entertained. All I ask is to be entertained. And that's what's happening with the Charlie Sheen documentary. I'm watching the Jerry Jones documentary. I don't like him. I don't like what he's done to St. Louis. He's taken football out of our city. So I don't like that, but it's pretty good, I got to say. I kept forgetting how Jerry and Jimmy just really hated each other at the end, and it was public. I forgot that it was actually public. I didn't think it was so public. Is it true? Oh, Lord, I know what you're going to say. You're going to talk about Perry Cavello. Anyway, Breaking Bad is where I was on this. They finished their season on this date in 2013, not 1982. 92 is what Lord says. So that's that. I have some news articles too that I'd like to read. This is my favorite one. Americans are using PTO for sleep instead of vacations. I get it. I like to sleep. I would much rather sleep and then not go to work. Stop it, Lord. You stop that with your dirty talk. I know what you're up to. But thank you for being a member. You can become a member too. And hoping to get some more, as I always say, I try. Who do you want to see me interview? Who's on the list? Who's on the short list that you would like to see be interviewed back here on the show? Thank you, iFarmer. Say hello, hit like, comment, get the algorithm going. But I like this PTO for sleep. How about this one? I don't know if you guys are traders. Do we have any crypto bros in the house? Do we have any crypto bros? The SEC halted trading of Bitcoin Ethereum, QMMM. Went up to like $250 on September 10th, September 11th. Now it's no longer there. Scott Rolen, Leopold, I will work on getting Scott Rolen. I know Scott Rolen. I just don't have his number anymore. We used to have. I'll tell you Scott Rolen's story while I'm here right now, if I can, if you have a moment. So for a while there, I used to travel with the Cardinals. Actually go on the road trips and fly in the plane with them. I might write a book about my days doing that. I only did it for, what did I do? For 2.5 years. But it was during the 2006 season was my first full season traveling with the Cardinals. I thought, hey, you guys should have me travel every year but they didn't win in 2000. Anyway, but I got to know Scott Rolen pretty well, Jim Edmonds, the whole gang, David Eckstein, and so a couple stories about Scott Rolen. The first one on my 30th birthday, which would have been 2006. There you go. We end up in Chicago, and I talked to a few guys on the bus, and I said, it's my 30th birthday. I don't know what to do. So we're in Chicago. We land in Chicago. I go to the hotel, get checked in, and then me and the reporter, we went down to the hotel bar, and it was like a long trip from wherever we were, but it turned midnight. And I looked, I'm like, oh, it's midnight. There was a drink. It appeared from the bartender, and the bartender said, sir, that man over there wanted to make sure he got you your first drink in your 30s. And I look over, and it was Scott Rolen going, happy birthday, Brad. Quite a delight. My other favorite Scott, I have many Scott Rolen favorite stories, but this is the other one. Now, when he got traded to the Cardinals, all the media like, well, he's from Indiana. He must be a Cardinal fan. That's why he wanted to stay with the Cardinals. And no one seemed to ever ask him about that. So me and him, just us two, I'm sitting out in the Dodger Stadium dugout 5 hours before a Cardinal-Dodger game, and Rolen pops out and sits down next to me, and we just kind of start looking around, and it's a beautiful stadium. It's amazing. Like I was always taking this shit in because I'm like, when will I ever be able to sit in the Dodger Stadium dugout? So Scott Rolen and I are sitting there, and Scott looks at me. He's like, Brad, I love this place. I wanted to be a Dodger. I said, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I've always wanted to be a Dodger. And I said, but I thought I heard that you wanted to be a Cardinal because you were an Indiana guy. He goes, Brad, has anyone ever asked me that question? I don't think so. Now, yes, my mom and dad are big Cardinal fans, and my brother is a big Cardinal fan. But I wanted to be Kirk Gibson when I grew up, and Kirk Gibson hit the home run, and I jumped out of my chair. I wanted to be a Dodger. I'm a Dodger fan. And I thought, no one has ever asked Scott Rolen about this. And Cardinal Hall of Famer in Cooperstown. One of my all-time favorites. Hello, Bio. What do we think about the Dodgers here in 2025? So they sort of sleptwalk through the season. Now they get some time off. Every team that usually gets time off is kind of screwed. The Dodgers have 75 pitchers that they can use. I don't like the Dodgers. Let me just be first. I'm not a big fan. I don't like what they're doing to baseball. I don't like just buying players, and I'm hoping it doesn't work. Padres fan here. Hello, Willie. We love the Padres in this area. Hello, Leopold. You're from Indiana as well. Welcome in, Hoosier. Let's see here. Oh man, I got to go back. Let me look at the comments. I missed some comments, so let me just start from back here. Jackie, Casey, Dominic, Nika, Barbara, and Artie. Those are the folks you want to see me interview. So we've had Jackie and Casey on. I've called Dominic millions of times, and Artie is nowhere to be found. Real talk. Is it true that Jeff the Drunks knocked out Stuttering John when John was training for Cabby? I'll let the folks in the chat answer that. I'm not sure. Interview Mike Schild and ask him why he can't manage a bullpen. I don't know if you were here, Willie, last time I went live, but I know there's some Padre fans not happy with Mr. Schild. I think this is interesting. This always happens with managers. People hate the way they manage bullpens. I can't remember if I did, as a Cardinal fan, enjoy the way he managed a bullpen, but what do you not like about it? What's he do? I watch a lot of Padres. I love Mudd and Orsillo. I watch them as much as the Mets as I can. But Cubs-Padres is going to be the series. I might go to it. I kind of want to go. I'm trying to get the wife to, let's go up to Chicago for a day. We'll see. Who you got making the World Series? Who do I got making the World Series? Let's look at the postseason picture. And I'm going to give my official Brad prediction here as who do I got going to the World Series? Boy, I don't want to say the Dodgers. I don't want to say the Dodgers. I don't want to say the Dodgers. Can I say, man, the Phillies, I don't trust that pitching. Brewers, I just don't know about the Brewers. Can the Brewers go? Can the Brewers go? Can I say Brewers and Mariners? Are the Brewers going to be able to knock off the winner of Cubs Padres? I think they'll win that series. Let's go through. Do you like this? Do you like when we go? So Cubs Padres. Oh God, I think the Cubs are going to beat the Padres. I think the Cubs are just a little bit better pitching. It's all about pitching. Reds Dodgers going to be Dodgers. So we had a Dodgers Phillies NLCS. I don't know about the Phillies pitching. I don't want to pick the Dodgers, though, so I'm going to pick the Phillies and Brewers for our NLCS. Other side. Oh, and I'll have the Phillies have to win sooner or later with this group, right? All right. That's a good series. I'll take the Phillies Brewers as an NLCS. I don't want to see the Dodgers in it anymore. So, yeah, we'll go Phillies Brewers in the NLCS. All right, Cleveland, Detroit. I think Cleveland sweeps Detroit, and I don't think it's close. I think the team that's hot goes on a run. Seattle's hot, but now they're going to take some time off. I like this Cleveland-Seattle series. Seattle has pitching out the ass. I like Seattle. Red Sox, Yankees. Yankees are very hot. I think the Yankees beat the Red Sox easily. Blue Jays, Yankees. Whoo, that'll be fun. I like the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have been playing well. I like the Blue Jays and Guardians. Whoa, that's a weird foursome. 4 teams. But this is me. I don't know. This is my heart. These are heart picks. Let's say these are heart picks. Because I don't want the Dodgers to win. I don't want the Yankees to be in the NLC, ALCS. Do we want Blue Jays, Mariners? I do. So I like all the team, the 1 and 2 seeds. So I got Phillies, Mariners in my World Series. I'm going to take the Phillies to win the World Series. There is your official MLB rundown. What do you got? Let me look here. We got Dodger fan. I'm going back. Sorry, guys. Padres fan. All right, I'll be at Dodger Stadium tomorrow versus the Reds bio. All right. I'm sorry for you there. Bloated attorney. We're going back. Hey, I was at the shops with my wife when I saw my mother-in-law getting jumped by 3 guys. My wife said we needed to help, but I said 3 should be plenty. That's funny. I want Bruce Bochy back. I don't think he's coming back. I think this is the end of his time. Bob Melvin got fired today, as did Rocco Baldelli from the Twins. I don't like that firing, by the way. I've talked to Rocco a few times. Very nice guy. He loves fish. One of my best friends is a giant fish fan. He works on the tour. So I root for Rocco Baldelli. Wait, are you on the Stern Show? I am not, X. Used to be, but I'm no longer on the show. I've never been on the show. Although I had this weird dream that I went and I was in the Stern Show. It was a very weird dream. And I've been close. I had this dream that I got called to be part of the, be around the whatever. Blue Jays got it, says Leopold. R.I.P. Hank, I'm just going back. Mets will win. Oh, wait, yeah, Can we talk about the Mets? What a slow... I watch the Mets every night. Like, I love their broadcast. I like the team. Wow. Wow. I do like when guys like it's just spend and still can't figure out how to get their team in the playoffs. You can I see the likes. You can do that. You can do super chats and super thanks. I really appreciate those. You can become a member. I'm live right now, but I put these out out after I'm done being live, so you can watch it. We'll play another clip here in a moment. But we're talking baseball, Boston Red Sox. We got the Blue Jays winning the World Series. Here says Zeke. I think you guys are just jealous of Randy Callahan. Okay, I'm not reading that, Lord. Hit the like, please. Hey, bro, do you cuss a lot? No, many people drop the F-bomb a lot. I don't like that. All right. I'm 22-year-old, bro. Hello there. I show Latino speed. Are you... You're not in the WWE, are you? Anyway, welcome in, everybody. So that was my baseball talk. I don't know if we lost some folks there, but we'll talk Stern. We'll talk. I actually have another clip I wanted to play. This is the beginning of someone learning about the Olive Garden being put in there. I thought this is a funny clip. You know, I like a good clip show, so let's just take a listen, shall we? That's not it. All right, this is it. Just indulge me for a moment. This is kind of funny. I think it's fun. I like when you tell me, and I'll keep reading the comments.
For Strip. Now, you might have known Victoria Station, which is down just off of intersection of France Avenue and 494 in Bloomington. Well, Victoria Station is dead. And what is new is this restaurant, which is called the Olive Garden. It's a new Italian restaurant, and it is so popular that ever since it opened, which was about 1 month ago, they have had 45-minute waits at lunch and dinner. I mean, people are just going in droves to this place. Now, there's a big parking lot outside. It's a very convenient suburban restaurant. And when you go in, you see what they're going for, which is they call kind of an Italian garden setting.
Oh.
It's a family Italian restaurant. As Steve said, it's owned by General Mills, and they have been all over the country. They started in Orlando. They have many of these in Ohio, but this is their first one in Minnesota, and it is a hit, as you can see. It is a very open space. It seats a lot of people, over 300 people, and they do have a kind of an Italian decor. They have some murals on the wall like this. They have some umbrellas on the tables that feel like an Italian courtyard, and then lots of skylights. So it is a
The Olive Garden coming to Minnesota in 1988. I love that clip. I think that's funny. Wow, there was not much going on in 1988. Can I sing this lyric? Bright at night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. I got a bad desire. Whoa, I'm on fire. The Olive Garden. It's called the Olive Garden. This guy was so excited. I need to find one. It's called Applebee's. And they're going to make commercials with songs that you love, and they'll make you hate the songs. It's called Applebee's. Hi there, Lord. Makes you feel, is that true? I don't believe that, Lord. But if it is true, I'm praying. I don't pray. I do pray. I mean, but I like to say I'm sending positive vibes. Everybody, if this is true, what Lord is telling us, please send positive vibes Lord's way because he needs them. But you never know with the Lord because he always talks kind of some weird shit over there. The whiskey's going through a problem right now. We're losing some distilleries. I don't like it. Thank you, Lord. It is true. Damn it. Well, hang in there. I think pancreatic cancer that's the bad one, right? I mean, you'll make it. You're going to be good. We're all thinking about you. Thoughts and prayers just make shit worse. What would you like, Lord? Would you like me to talk about the Windy City? We can talk about Windy City Heat if that makes you feel better, Lord. Because that's what we're here to do is make you feel better. No thoughts, no prayers from me. Just looking at my notes here. The Baywatch 2026 reboot's coming. Are you guys going to watch that? I am. I'll check it out. I don't know who's going to be in it, though. Let's see. It's not clear who will star in this reboot, but filming is underway. Oh, no, filming is not underway. But a reboot. Do we need another Baywatch? I guess it could work. I mean, for the new generation of the kids out there today. Let's take a look. Prolific shoplifter caught stuffing packs of meat down his trousers is jailed. Joshua Hart was arrested after he was spotted stuffing packs of meat down his trousers at a Worksop supermarket. Anybody do that? Everybody ever stick some meat down their pocket? Anyway. We're losing viewers. I don't understand it. Bad Bunny's going to headline the halftime Super Bowl show. Wow, I'm not really excited about that. Are you? Is anybody? I'm not. Isn't he a DJ? Isn't Bad Bunny a DJ? Like, does he make music? Help me. I'm an old man. I don't understand. I don't understand these kids today, what they're listening to. But Bad Bunny, what I'm feeling goes beyond myself. It's for those who came before me and ran countless yards so I could come in and score a touchdown. This is for my people, my culture, and our history, he said in announcing the news Sunday night. Bad Bunny. What's he going to do? I liked him in Happy Gilmore too, though. I got to be honest. I'll say that. I thought he was pretty damn good. And Happy Gilmore too. How about the NFL last week? Huh? Anybody care about the NFL? Anybody watching football? Bring back Bon Jovi. Who do we want in the Super Bowl halftime show? Not that they care who we want. It's always funny, like it's old crusty white people that watch. And then we got Bad Bunny. We got Rihanna. She's going to fly in their pregnant belly. Let's see what else I've got here. I'm running out of things to talk about, which is fine. I played a couple clips there. We talked about the Olive Garden. I want to make sure that Brian May of Queen is seriously considering a Las Vegas Sphere residency after seeing the Eagles perform there. Would you go? Who do you want to see at the Sphere? Queen? I don't think I want to see this version of Queen, although what? It is 2/3 of the same band, right? Brian May, Roger Taylor. There was a fourth guy. I don't remember his name. There's always the fourth guy in the band, right? The Who is Roger Daltrey, Keith Moon, Pete Townsend, and John Entwistle. But you have to think. You got to go, who do you want to see at the Sphere? Who do you want to see at the Sphere? Lord, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You're a member. We can't be losing members. See, I'm hoping to make you laugh. That's most important. You need to live because I only have, I think, 5 or 6 members, and you are one of my key members. You can hit that super chat and super thank me too while you're at it, you know? I mean, that would make you feel better probably. Lord's here all the time. I'm hoping he's laughing. I'm hoping you're laughing. I'm going to look a few more notes here, and then I'm going to probably call this one quits. I can't believe my guy Lance is in here. He's going to be so mad that he missed out on our exciting discussion that we had here. I got nothing else. I was going to talk football. I was going to talk Stern. I'm going to check my email. I got nothing there. I went to this. Can I tell you what pisses me off? That's what I do. When I'm here, I'm going to tell you what pisses me off. There is a new store that opened up. It's a PGA store. Golf. I like to golf. I golfed yesterday. It was wonderful. Shot a 99. No, I think I shot a 101. Anyway, I was doing well. No one wants to hear my golf story. Anyway, so they had a grand opening, this PGA Superstore, and they gave all the people that came up this $20 off card. I'm like, okay. And it says, spend $20 or get $20 off, blah, blah, blah. But if you come in before October 12th, it says nothing about what brands or whatever. So I go and I don't get Titleist golf ball. I buy $19.99 Pinnacle golf balls. It's not Titleist. It's not Callaway. Lady rings it up. It's not for, you can't do that for Pinnacle. I said, why doesn't it just say it on the damn card? She's like, no, well, do you have another type of golf ball? I'm like, what, am I have to start naming names before? And so I just left. I'm so sick of the world. Brad Chiasano over here. Is this true? Is Brad in here? Is his name Brad? I heard some unfortunate news about Mr. Tom Chiasano. I don't know if you guys heard. Why do Pro V1s rule, by the way? What does it do? What does it do for me as a golfer? I lost a few yesterday. It was the first time I ever played with my Pro V1. And it was a birthday present for my lovely wife and stepson and Sparky. But why did they rule? What makes a Pro V1 such a great golf ball? Is it going to make me a better golfer? Make me a better putter? Hit the ball further? Good spin? I actually did have. I had some good spin. I would say I came as close as I've come to a hole-in-one yesterday on a par 3 as I've ever done. I was probably about 15 feet from the hole, but still on a nice par 3, I put it right pin high, guys. Pin high. But it did not spin back. I did not get that. But okay, that's good to know. I did not know what's going on with the Pro V1. I just know it's a good ball and people get excited if they see them. So I was impressing some folks saying, hey, look at me with my Pro V1 ball. Look at me. I'm a golfer. I have a Pro V1 ball. They bite good on the greens. Okay, this is good to know, Leopold. Thank you so much. We were talking baseball, by the way, and Artie Lange and Tom Chiasano. So yeah, Tom, I think I saw a Reddit feed that supposedly his cancer is back. Not happy about that, but he is starting to cook meth. So we'll see how that goes. Kidding about the second part. I did reach out to Tom and just told him, hey, thinking about you. That's what I said. That's all I said. Just letting you know I'm thinking about you. And he responded. He said, thank you very much. I said, let's go golfing sometime with my Pro V1 ball. Actually, I can read the email to you right now. You want to hear it? Let's see. Did I keep it? Yeah. Tom just, let's see. I just said, Tom, I'm fairly certain I heard you may have gotten some bad news. Just to let you know, our family is sending you positive thoughts. Please get plenty of golf in soon. Whack. He goes, thank you for your note. I hope to be back on the course soon. So Tom has some positive thoughts there. I thought I'd read that. I have asked him to come back on. He said, yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say last time. So, but think about Tom and think about Lord while we're out there. Tom Chiasano is the name. I think that's going to do it for today's live broadcast. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing here. What else you guys want to talk about? What else you want to know? Which one, Lord? Let me go back. I have the cancer that is autoimmune and attacks itself. I don't know. What do you... I noticed I had a very, very blurry vision and my neck hurt me. Got blood work, diabetes by the ones that attacks itself and had cancer cells in my piss and poop. Yes, I did see that. I didn't know if you wanted me to read that. So, Lord, we're thinking about you. Hi, Lance. There he is. Outlive Gilbert. Lance, who do we talk to so we can keep in touch and see how everything's going with you? Hello, Lance. Lance, Lord just told folks here that he's got pancreatic cancer, 3rd stage, and we're trying to uplift his spirits. Read the one about high pitch Eric. Let me see. I'm going back. When I'm done saying Perry Blue, Randy, you know I'm gone. Thoughts and prayers just makes shit worse. I don't see anything else there, Lord. I'm trying to get there. Let's recap. So we did a little baseball talk. Maybe we'll come back here and we'll review what's going on in baseball at the end of the week, maybe. We'll see. I was compared to Lisa Loeb. We played a little Casey Kasem. We talked about the Olive Garden. We got through a lot of shit today. Can the Vikings win the Super Bowl? Can the Vikings win the Super Bowl? I gotta be honest. Who do they got? They got the Giants quarterback now. Is that right? I don't know. I have to read this. Hold on. I gotta check a message. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. All right. This is what happens. I wonder if Google censors me for exposing. No. Positivity and hugs. I like that. We were talking about the Vikings. Got Carson Wentz. Okay. He's pretty good, right? Hello, Johnny. Johnny says hi. Again, always hit the like button. Always hit the love button. Always comment. That always keeps us in the algorithm. Again, I do this live and then I post it later. We played some clips. I think we're gonna go ahead and say thank you for being here today. We'll try this again sooner than later. Only if your name is Michael and have a high-pitched voice with a googly eye. I don't know what's going on. I'm missing out on some of the comments, I think. I feel like I'm missing out because I'm reading texts. I'm trying to multitask, which is impossible. I don't like people that tell you they can multitask. Rules doobie. I don't have any doobies. I don't do that. No, don't do that. That you're telling Mr. Lord maybe to do that? Yeah, you were late. That was my fault, Lance. I started early. See, I started early, so. What else do you got? I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. I'll stick around. I got time, but I have nothing else to add to today's program. I came with lots of clips and discussion material. We did it. I thought we did it well. I think we're gonna close it for now. Keep commenting and keep me in your thoughts. Keep Lord in your thoughts. Lord will come back. Hopefully you will be here the next time we're here, and we'll get an update. There goes the chipmunk. Right across the patio. That's how I get. I go wherever it's. But anyway, bye for now.